Hello, and thank you for joining me, RosewardStampersDelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Today what I'm going to be doing is the January Key to My Heart Paper Pumpkin Kit with alternatives. Before we get started, just a couple of reminders. Donna Gray and myself have the Sweet Delicious Fun Fold Club every month. For the month of January, it is going to be with the Fancy Flora. You can still join in on that. I believe we decided on February already to be Regency Park, so you'll be getting more information on that. Don't forget to join my online classes. This month, well, for February, it's the Dainty Delights. I have a card class and a sampler class going on with that, and you can join right up until February 10th. And don't forget to check out the Stampers Delight apparel shop. And thank you to all that have purchased so far. I just ordered my shirt that says I'm working on my PhD, project's half done, and my matching mug. So don't forget to check that out. Okay, so let's get started here. So the paper pumpkin for this month, really cute. And I'm going to show you the 3 cards that are already done because you already know how to do those. You got the instructions here. I already added the video out there. So I'll just show you those cards and then I will do and show you some alternatives. If you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you got this kit, you were also able to add on these cute little boxes. And I'm going to show you a few things to do with that also. So if you'd like more information on the Paper Pumpkin, click the link below that says to subscribe, and it'll tell you all about the Paper Pumpkin. Now, February is going to be the Sunshine and Smiles kit, and there's an add-on for that of 2 little dies for the that coincide with the playing in the rain. And I just got mine, so I can't wait to play with that. This kit right here, or this suite right here, I'm actually going to do on Friday. So that's going to be, it's all coordinating, which is great. I can't wait. All right, so in your paper pumpkins, of course, you get your stamps, which mine are already all on blocks, but here is the paper that it goes to. You get a little ink spot, which I usually save, and I use my larger one. That's Fresh Freesia. I'm also going to be using some Calypso Coral. And you get glue dots, and you get dimensionals, and you get some coral twine. So let's start with the cards that come with the kit. You can make 9 cards. However, I will tell you that these great envelopes right here, I didn't stamp any envelopes. I cut them all up to make cards. So this one right here is this cute little card. Now it says, you hold the key to my heart. You don't have to put the Valentine's sayings in there, and you can use it for anniversaries, birthdays. So, don't think just Valentine's Day. I know a lot of people like to skip their paper pumpkin subscription. I can't talk this morning. I had to have my coffee. But because they don't do a lot of Valentine's Day, but you can do more with this rather than just Valentine's Day. Love is the key. And of course, that's this one right here. And then we have the third one. I did do a Valentine's Day because I do send Valentine's Day cards out to my team and my family. And there is the third one. Okay, so those are the ones that come with the kit. Let's show you and do some alternatives. So as I said, I cut up all my envelopes, so you'll see those later. So this one, I'm going to bring this in just so you can see. That's the card, right? I made it into a shaker card. And those right there are with the sequins that are in the annual catalog. So I made this into a shaker card. So let's do that one first. I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to grab the card, the pieces that originally came with it. All right, I'm going to pop that out, and I'm sure you could use that for something else. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook and tell all your friends. Give me a thumbs up, and also leave any comments and I will answer. Okay, so I'm going to cut this right in half. Now I'm going to cut it down. Okay, so I want this at 4 inches by 5 1/4. Do the same thing with this. I want this at 4 inches, 5 1/4. All the still shots will be on my blog, stampersdelight.com. And subscribe to my YouTube, subscribe to my newsletter. The link is also below. I just started doing tutorials. I had tutorials on there before, but a lot of them were from the catalog. So my new tutorials, which are free, I changed them up, and they are from cards that I do. So my next newsletter will have a tutorial and the directions for one or all of these cards. But since I'm telling you how to make them, you can just jot that down. Okay, so this is, whoop, I want this side right here. Okay, now let's see if I have another key left, because I did use a lot of my pieces. Looking for that key. I thought it was in, oh, here it is, right here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line that up. I'm going to put my key right there. I used a lot of the keys for other things. Okay, I'm going to take my twine. I'm going to just make a little bow here. I won't have enough twine for all my cards because I did so many of them already. And I'm going to show you all of them at the end. So we're just going to cut that. Let's see. I'm going to take your pick tools right here. I am going to use those glue dots because this is so small. Did I already? Oh, that already glues down, sorry. But I'm going to use my glue dot right there. And I am going to put this right here. Now I'm going to just trim it just a little bit more. Now we're going to do a little bit of shaker card. I'm going to take that piece. I am going to grab my dimensional strips. Got those. And I have a piece of window sheet that's going to go right on there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal. I'm going to go right down here. It doesn't have to be all the way out to the sides of the card because you're going to put some sequins in there. I'm going to add that right there. Then I'm going to take these dimensional strips. That's not exactly what they're called, but you get the gist of it. I'm just going to swing that around here and around here. And then grab one more. I love getting these kits. I love the alternatives, thinking outside the box with them. Okay, look at that. So we're going to make sure that's real tight in there so no sequins fall out. I am going to pull this off. All the way around. And then right here. Okay. Excuse me. All right, I am going to grab my sequins. Put a nice little handful in there. I'm going to grab this piece and I am going to line that up because remember they're the same size. And I'm just going to press that down real good. Okay, making sure that none of the sequins fall out. Look at that. Okay, now for this, because I cut up the card, I'm going to use a piece of thick basic white. And then I'm going to glue the whole thing onto this card base. Now I have these pieces that came with the kit. And I am just going to put a little glue right here. That sequin can stay. It's not hurting anybody. I'm going to put that right there. I have my sentiment. And if you don't want to see the sequins, you can tap it down and you can still see that. And this one says, you hold the key to my heart. So that's what I'll grab. You hold the key to my heart. I'm going to use fresh freesia. And then a little glue here. I'm going to lay that right down there. And then on the inside of this one, I just used the little locket that came with it because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. Probably going to one of my team members for Valentine's Day. I love to send my team members cards. Birthday cards, whatever holiday it is. And then, of course, I have the envelope. And we'll just grab that locket. And there's my first alternative. Now, I do think this needs some other doodads. I didn't even do it on that. So I found these. These are white sequins that came from another kit. But I save everything. I do keep things around my table here. Like that goes to by the bay. So that I can use them up. Okay, so here's the other one. Let's put some of those sequins on here. So don't forget to look in your stash for things. So there's my first alternative. And those are the shaker cards. That's the alternative to this one. Again, still shots will be on my blog. Move this stuff over. And let's see what else I got for you. Okay, for my second one, we're going to bring in this one right here. I like to show you what the card originally looked like. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. So here's what I changed it up to. I changed it up to a Z-fold card by folding it the opposite way. And then folding it back. So now I have a Z-fold card. I'm going to take this piece. Again, here is the original. I'm going to take those hearts and just stamp some hearts all the way around here. This one I covered the whole thing. This one I may not. I'm going to glue that right down there. I know a lot of people tell me they get their paper pumpkin and they wait for my alternatives. So I hope you enjoy these alternatives. In my little kit there, I have the other pieces that go with that, which are the 3 locks. And we have this strip, which of course is too long, but we'll fix that, and the sentiment. So let's do the sentiment. I'm going to do to my Valentine, because I do need some Valentines, like I said. This one I used Love is the Key. Then I'm going to glue these down. Now remember, when you're gluing them down, you can't glue all the way over because you got to open the card. So I'm just gluing them like this. Add a little of my adhesive there. You can use liquid glue if that's what you prefer. I prefer most of the time my Stampin' Seal. I'm going to add that one right there. And I want to move this up just a hair. There we go. So there's my card. Now for this piece, it's got to go right here, but it's too long, so I'm just going to snip off a little bit here. That's going to go right here. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just to hold it down for a minute. And then I'm going to grab my Stampin' Seal to my Valentine. Again, a little bit of that twine, which there's not much left because I've used it so much. But you can get a lot out of these. Okay, let's start that again because my fingers aren't working. And I do think I said good morning, didn't I? It's actually afternoon. I want this a little bit smaller. I want to see if I can get at least one more card with this twine. So let's move that over a little bit. Let me take it off this. That would be easier. So I'm trying to make a smaller bow. That's the tricky part. There we go. Rabbit ears, pull the tails, tighten it up. There. This way I think I can get one more bow out of that. And I am going to use the glue dots that come with the kit here. I'm going to add one right there to my Valentine. Now for the inside, this one you can see I didn't stamp anything, but you can, and I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to stamp some of these hearts. And then I am going to put, to my Valentine, love is the key. You can stamp right on that paper. Let me stamp on this one. There we go. And again, there's no gems here, but I am going to use up these white sequins. On my cards. You can use, we have plenty of gems in there, sequins, and you'll see I use some other ones on some other cards. All right, let's grab the envelope. I'm going to use the hearts this time. I really appreciate everyone that has sent me comments and told me that they like my videos. They watch me all the time. That is what makes us successful. So please keep the comments coming. And if you have any questions, absolutely ask. Okay, so now I put some gems on that one. So there we have a Z-fold card. Actually, I have two of them now. From this card. Okay, the third card, this one, right here. Move this stuff over and see what I have for you for this one. I think that one is right here, yeah. Okay, so this one I did another Z-fold card. Pull out those pieces. And I changed it up because I only used one of those lockets or locks, so I could use one on something else. Okay, so again, that's the card that comes with it. This is my Z-fold alternative. I'm going to do the same thing, fold it backwards. You could also cut these in half, like I did the first card. But I got so many cards out of this because I cut all the envelopes up. I didn't really need to do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that piece of vellum. I'm just going to put it right there to hold it in place. I have a different lock because I used that one. Use that right there. And I think I'll use the twine now. I'm just going to pinch that, I think, right here. So let's just do that. Put a little piece right there. And then I'm going to glue this down. Okay. I can trim that off if I like, just like that. I have my little key. I'm going to tuck that back there. Okay, so just like that. So I'm going to take a glue dot. And I'm going to add that right there so it holds it into place. I just bent that, but it's okay. Did my glue dot stick? No. Let's just do that. So there we go. You don't need to have it down too far. Then I am going to grab one of the leftover, because you make 3 cards, but you have 4 of these, so you have an extra one. And you hold the key to my heart. Let's see, where's that one? Here it is right here. And for this one, I switched it up a little bit and used the Calypso Coral for the sentiment. The reason I don't change too many of the colors, that's a little crooked, but I'm not worried. is because if you got the kit, maybe that's the only color that you have. So I like to not use too many colors, but if you, it's yours, so you can change it up any way you want. I think I'm going to go up here and behind that this time. There we go. And then again, when you open it up, I used this stamp that comes with it. So it's that the inside like that. I'm just going to, if you do this the right way, those words I love you fit right in there. So I'm going to take the I love you, which is right here. It's a very little stamp. I love you in the Calypso Coral. And again, I'm going to grab, need some hearts. Need some gems, so let's use those. Okay, I think I'm going to put some on this one too. I'll leave that one because that's the way the card actually is made, and because I got more to show you. Okay. And then, of course, the envelope. I am going to use this. I think I did it this way. Actually, the words fit better the other way, but I'm just going to use this for now, just to make a little. And then I have a matching envelope. And then here's this one. Okay, so if you turn that, you can fit the I love you in there. So there's another Z-fold card made out of this one. Okay, so let's see what else we have. So now, those are the 3 cards. I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. Those are the 3 cards and alternatives. Let me show you the little boxes. Okay, so these little boxes are what you could have ordered with this, and you see it's got a heart on each side. I'm going to show you how to do one of these. How cute are they? But I'm also going to show you other things you can do with this. I'm telling you, there's a lot to this kit. Now these were extras. It says top and it says bottom. So you're going to go ahead and just use this, fold it the way it says. Very quick and easy. Pull these off. These are so cute. I'll be giving these out for my class, my in-person class, I think, when the stampers come on the 7th, because it'll be before Valentine's Day. And I always like to give them a little goodie. This is the bottom. Same thing. I love the fact it says top and bottom. I know sometimes we've gotten things and they don't tell you, and of course I'm terrible with directions. So it's like, okay, well, read the directions first, which I don't, and then I mess it up. Okay, so now we have a top and a bottom, and they go together nicely. And then we have, let's see, did I hide them? Oh, they're over here. What also comes with that, of course, are these keys and the sentiment. So I'm going to do a little stamping here. And we will use You're the Key to My Heart. We're just going to stamp that down. Put that right there. Grab one of those little keys. Put it right on the side. Now, I don't have any more ribbon here. Let's see what I have on my craft table. I don't have any more ribbon, but I do want ribbon on that. So let's see. Oh, I have this one. Let's put Balmy Blue on there. What the heck? Should have brought over some more ribbon, but I ran out of the one that I was using. No excuse. Okay. This will look pretty, I think. Let's just pull that a little bit smaller. I kind of like the balmy blue next to the pink. Okay, we're going to just snip that. Snip that. Oh, yeah, look at that. All right, so let's put a little, oh, I like that side better, I think. I'll put a little glue there. And I'm going to add that. And there you have a little goodie box for some candies or some money. So here is one. I think I showed you this one already. But I'm going to show you, if you don't want to do 10 boxes, what you can do with these, okay? So let's grab that first. Where is the box? Oh, here. Okay. So put that aside for a second. So what I did with this card is I used the 2 hearts from the box, the top and bottom, right? I also cut up the envelope. So let me show you how I did that. And I'm going to get so messed up here because I got so much stuff on my table, but all right. So the first thing I did was I cut the sides of my envelope off. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, and tell all your friends to watch me. Okay, we're going to go right in here. We're going to cut on that line right there. We're going to take that into, well, I don't like that line, so I'm going to just cut a little bit more off here. Because I was using my scoring tool. Why, I don't know. I'm going to swing that around. I want this at 4 inches. I'll show you what you can save those and do something with those. I like to cut off the darker end, so I'm going to go with 5 1/4 standard measurements. There's my card. Get this out of the way. I'm going to use the Calypso Coral. I'm going to fold that in half. Doesn't matter that the keys are going up and down. That's fine. We're going to lay that right on top. Just like that. I'm going to take those 2 boxes, a top and a bottom, and I am gently going to peel them off. Now you're probably saying, but now you can't use the box. Oh, yes you can. Just wait and see. So I'm gently peeling that off all the way around. Looks a little messy. Okay, there's one heart, there's a messy box. Let's pull that off and do the same thing. Okay, now I got my 2 hearts, and I am going to glue them down just like this, flat. I'm going to grab one of those sticky, this one's one left. I'm going to grab that. And let's see, again, I'm going to use the, you hold the key to my heart, but you can use whichever sentiment you want. You hold the key to my heart. These are already sticky, so we're just going to put that right there. I am going to grab one of those keys, which is also sticky. I'm going to add that right there. And this, you can see I used that beautiful gold ribbon, which of course I don't have any more of. So we're just going to stick with the balmy blue. It's so light, it will look fine on there. What I should do is grab some of my fresh freesia. Let's see how this one looks first. I like that. I like the coordinating color. I think it shows it off better. Look at that. So we're going to go ahead Oh, I like this side better, so I'm going to put glue on there. Put that bow right there. Okay. I'm going to grab an inside white. I need a piece of white for that. Here we go. And let's see what I put on this one. I love you. Okay, so what I did was I took the key. I am going to stamp it off on something over here. Let's see. I'll stamp it off on one of these. I'm going to put that right in the center so it's very, very light. And then I'm going to grab the I love you in the Calypso Coral and stamp that right over it. We'll still be using that for something. Going to go ahead and put that in there. I'm going to do my envelope. Not using my pad, but I should be. And then again, I'm going to use some of these gems that I'm using up. And there I have an alternative using the box. Okay, now the box. Let me show you what you can do with that. Now that that's all messy, you just do it backwards. So here's the top. And of course, you don't want to take those strips off. What you're going to do instead is you are going to put the glue here and here, opposite those white pieces where the sticky part is. You don't want to pull that off. Okay. Now, there's the box, and you can fill that with candy, or you can put a little piece of cardstock. Let's see. So you can cut a little piece of cardstock and hold that, so you don't see that. So this is how you don't waste the box. You just do it opposite. Trust me, I would just fill it with candy. Nobody's going to notice that. But if you don't like that, another thing you can do is it comes with this cute little tissue paper. And you can cut a little piece of that tissue paper. And just lay that in the bottom. Now you're probably going to say, well, what about the top? Well, you know what? Put a little glue in there, and you can do the same thing with the top. Put a little tissue paper up there. Nobody will know. There we go. And you can still use the little box without the hearts. Here's one that I did earlier. And I used that from Something Fancy. And you can see that I didn't clean that one out. Whoop. But I'm going to put this little tissue paper in there right now. Oh, this would even be nice for jewelry. So that's how you can still use your box after you cut it up. Okay, let's see what else we have. Now I have some other alternatives to show you, and you can see I still have pieces left here. So those are the stamped items I have for you. Let me show you some more alternatives that I did using all the envelopes. So you saw me cut up the envelope. Here's another one I did with cutting up the box and the envelope. And this one, whoop. Again, the envelope and the box. And here's those extra lockets that I didn't use, or locks that I didn't use on the other card. So I have these two. I'll add some gems to those later. This one. And these gems are iridescent, which go great with this, are iridescent pastel gems. I used a lot of those. So here's one right here with just the envelope cut up. And another one that I use the box with. And of course, this right here, and this is what I wanted to show you. I took the hearts from our annual catalog and I cut this out of regular fresh freesia, the scalloped edge. And then this heart, the lip of the envelope, because I don't like to waste anything, you can actually go in and get a couple of these hearts right out of there. Okay, so there's some extra hearts for you from one of the lips of the envelope. Let's try another one. Here's another one with the scalloped edge. Now there is glue up here or down here, so be careful with that. I usually try to hide that. As long as the card doesn't get wet, you're good. So now I've got some hearts to use from using the heart punch, the 2 heart punches, and those are in the annual catalog. So there's another alternative. And then, let's see, we did that one, we did those, putting them in the wrong place. Here you can see I used those scallop punches for back here. And then I stamped the locks and used the smooth heart punch right there. Love is the key. This is a tent fold. And then I have this one where I just did a strip. And then basically the same one, just stamped up a little bit different. And I didn't put a key on there, so let's put a key on there. Use up that key. I have one more key, so I want to use this up. Let's go ahead and put the key on this one. There we go. Now what I still have left, which I will put in my stash, are these pieces that I can use later for sentiments or when I finish the boxes. So there's 2 more for you. So I hope you enjoyed this month's paper pumpkin and alternatives with me. I'm just going to bring them in one more time. You can see still shots at stampersdelight.com. Don't forget to sign up for my free tutorial. The links are below. My free newsletter with tutorials. There's another one. Here we go with the Z fold. Oh my gosh, look at all these cards. And of course, these. Not sure what the envelope went for that one, but I got an envelope, no card. Okay, there we go. And again, some of these I'm going to stamp with anniversary, happy anniversary, or happy birthday. You don't have to use them for Valentine's Day. There's the one that comes with the kit. Here's another one. And my shaker card was down there somewhere. And then, of course, the boxes. And the box without the heart. So again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. And leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. And I will answer you if you have any questions. Until next time, Stampers. Keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.